Welcome, everybody. Happy freaking Father's Day to y'all, to our papas out there. We love you. This is your day to probably take a nap, watch the U.S. Open, watch whatever sports you want. But anyway, it is Just the Bet Slips at Just the Bet Slips on all of the socials at Just the Bet Slips, and we are presented proudly by Fans First Sports Network. Shout out to them. Shout out to you guys. It is Sunday, Father's Day, June the 15th. That's crazy. June 15th. We're here. We are going to do. It's going to be a quick show, but we wanted to bring you some hot tips to help your bet slip. So we're here. Uh, Down there is Mr. Parlay Guy. How we doing, Mr. Rob?
Doing good, doing good. Did all the Father's Day stuff yesterday, so because I didn't want to deal with the busyness of today. But yeah, we're doing pretty good.
Doing pretty good. And then CJ, the best in the business on the one. Let me give you your flowers real quick, all right? Best in the business on the ones and the twos. The man knows graphics more than you do. The man can hang with all of the best. And you know what? He's better than all of the rest. It is CJ, the PD King, Sports GPS Podcast. Let him sing.
I
What is
mean,
up, my friend?
I'm doing well. Like I would be singing on a Sunday, but today is Father's Day, so I decided to sleep in and then catch the live stream of my church service. What up? Instead of actually going in today, so still got my preach on, but didn't have to get out of my pajamas, which is always a good thing. Praise the Lord, He's good. But it's a beautiful Father's Day. Um, my son greeted me this morning um, with a Father's Day book and a card. So shout out to all the Father's Day out there. It's awesome for all the fathers out there. You don't get enough recognition. Speaking of my son, come here, buddy. Come here.
Hey, hey,
He's in the
Uh,
hey,
he's in the house. My son's here. And yeah,
hey,
like
buddy.
you want to wave? Wave it down.
Hey,
uh,
my man, my man.
So
You
he's
got a
here.
bet? You got a bet?
He might. We'll have him point at the screen here in a little bit. We'll get him
Yeah.
going. That's like the standard for us. All right, buddy, you want to go down? Yeah. All right, he wants to go down. All right, I'll have him come and make a bet in a little bit here. Don't run into the door, buddy. All right, so yeah, we're
Uh,
in. We're here. We're doing good.
and you know what? Hey, boys, we're gonna have a fun, quick show, but it is Father's Day. We want to bring some picks, hot tips to help your butt slips, and we'll get to all that. But why don't ones and twos experts throw up the thing that makes sure that we do not get in trouble, and I will read them off. Number one, we are not paid professional gamblers. Unfortunately, maybe one day, hopefully soon. The show is for fun and entertainment purposes only. It will still be that if we ever are blessed enough to get a sponsorship from a gambling show, but or a gambling entity. But we are not currently professional gamblers. Please gamble responsibly at your own risk. That's number two. Do not gamble more than you can afford, and only bet what you can afford to lose. It's the greatest piece of advice I've ever. It's up there with some of the best advice I've ever been given in my life. Because I like to gamble, degenerate gamble. I had the tweet earlier how I just realized today that I bet in April the Panthers to win the Stanley Cup at plus 800, and then I bet the Pacers in May to win at plus 600. That was responsible though. I don't remember doing it, but it was responsible. So we will go there. And then number three, gambling can be addictive if you are not responsible like I was. Gambling can be addictive, so please seek help if you need it. 1-800-GAMBLER, national help hotline. It can help you, loved one, or friend that is dealing with gambling addiction because it can be addictive. And we are not affiliated with or sponsored by any sportsbook, as I mentioned before. So that is gambling can be addictive, so please seek help if you need it. 1-800-GAMBLER. Please gamble responsibly at your risk, and we are not paid professional gamblers. But what we try to do here at Just the BetSlips, which, by the way, podcast drops every Friday. Go listen to it. The last one was electric. We're not going to say the outcome of said uh, uh, "Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?" I'm not gonna mention that, but you can go listen to it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and you can catch us here pretty much every day on X.com and all the social medias at Just the Best Slips. What will we do at this show is one thing and one thing only, and that is to bring you the hot
Hot
tips.
to help
to help you.
Bet slips.
bring us the bet slips, baby. What's up, boys? Oh, it is. It's gonna be a good Sunday. I do have to try and. I don't know. They might eat without me, but I was gonna try and eat with my. With
It
my
wouldn't be. It
father-in-law,
wouldn't be
but
the first time somebody's eating without you. It won't be the last.
that's
To be clear,
good, you know what? It's a great point.
Like
a great point.
every once in a while, you miss the buffet line when everybody goes through. I like to be the guy in the buffet line that goes last because I call it vulture patrol. I pick up everything.
Whoa.
Like I don't feel like a glutton grabbing everything in front of people while people are waiting on me. If I'm the last one to go through, then I'm just like get all the stuff.
And
Now I might not get everything, but I'm getting a lot.
and the good thing about going last, especially at a buffet where they're actively adding, if they see a bunch of stuff is emptied, you might get fresher than everybody else as well.
That is true. That is
a good point. Yeah,
Vulture Patrol.
There's levels to it. There's levels.
Yeah. I'm not going to sit there and say at my own wedding that like we had a buffet style at my own wedding just because I was like I don't want people to pick like 3 months out what they want to eat. So we just did a buffet style for everything. And Amy and I went first. Obviously, I mean, bride and groom, it makes sense. But like, I'm not going to lie to you. I went back up and I was like, I'm getting more because I'm a fatty and it's my wedding and I want to make sure I'm eating and taken care of for later on in the night, which was very helpful considering we also had an open bar. So
I like when you guys say that, by the way.
Yeah.
Huh?
You're not fatties.
Oh no! I
1,000%. We fully embrace the fatness. Okay,
mm-hmm.
There's no shame.
Down here in RVA. Down here in RVA, we embrace it. We take it fully.
Okay, but look at your faces. Your faces are beautiful. You guys are freaking handsome. Yeah, you guys are handsome gentlemen.
We can be handsome, but also fat. Fat is beautiful.
Here's what I'll tell you is I've told my friends this my whole life. God made me fat to give the rest of you a chance.
Also, both of us found women in our lives. Both of us found women in our lives that appreciates quantity over quality. A keg holds more than a 6-pack.
Oh my God, you guys!
Wait,
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If you gave our level of game to a skinny man, he'd be dangerous.
Yeah.
His name would be Rico Suave. We've already done it.
So, yeah. Thank you. Oh, you know what?
Rico.
Thank you.
Rico Suave.
Rico. So all I'm saying is God is good all the time.
That's right.
Oh, you guys are stupid. Oh my God.
Praise him. He's the one.
That's right.
Let's get into the show, you idiots. Here we go.
Cutest betting slip.
Let's go.
Cutest betting slip in all of sports gambling. It is the underdog slip. And in honor of Father's Day and the tournament that always finishes on Father's Day historically. It hasn't always, but I want to say it was
like
in
usually.
I want to say now. Well, for the last I want to say 45 years it has. I want to say 1980.
Do they try to do that on purpose?
Yeah, no, it always falls on Father's Day because it's in June.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'll put the bet up so you can talk about it. But Adam Scott to win the U.S. Open is the underdog. Talk about it.
Look, this is Mr. No Stat. I bet Adam Scott. Let's see. I just want to make sure I get the date right because I just want it to be on record that I had it when I had it. I mean, it feels like he's been so close, right? Like I mean, he was right. He literally was a hole away from winning the Masters. Like he's. It's always jarring how old uh, he is because it doesn't seem like he's that old, if that makes sense. Um, but I bet Adam Scott June. Okay, so I bet him 2 days ago. Yes, I was sitting in my garage with my dad, and shout out my dad. And I got him at 1,800. I don't even know if that was even my dad's doing. It might have been. He told me a couple guys. He told me Hovland. I already had Brooks, and then I think my dad had mentioned Adam Scott, and I saw that he was plus 1,800. So I got him at plus 1,800, but I also rebet him for this underdog slip at his price now. So I mean the cash out is a little enticing, but I'm gonna let it ride. This feels like it's an Adam Scott win. I'm not. This is going to be something when I am done with my Father's Day obligations with my father-in-law and my own dad, that I'm just going to watch. So I'm just going to literally throw all of my hands in the basket of Adam Scott. And you know what? If you guys want to ride, you ride. If not, whatever. But plus 300 seems like a decent going into today in second place. So let's have some fun. Let's root for Adam Scott. Why not?
So I do want to pull this up. Ever since 1965, the U.S. Open has concluded on the third Sunday in June, which is Father's Day.
Oh,
It
wow.
has been done that
So
on
it's always
purpose
been
since
Father's Day.
1965. Not always.
Wow.
The first, so it's 61 years. This is the 61st year that it's been on Father's, that it's been on Father's Day out of the 125.
That's unreal.
You know,
Love that.
of the U.S. Open, and it's done on purpose by the USGA because they felt like, and quoting, don't know who I'm quoting, but I'm quoting this article. The golf is a generational sport, and the USGA believes that often it's introduced from father to child. So, what better cultural link than to finish it on Father's Day? That is a quote from an article here with Essentially Sports. I don't know if they're quoting somebody, but it's a quote from this article.
Love that. Love that to death.
Yep, the only time in these years that it did not is
COVID.
due to COVID. This is the
Yep.
only time. It's 2020, but you get some unforgettable Father's Day finishes. Most notably that I can remember was Payne Stewart's 1999 win at Pinehurst, where he defeated Phil, and he walked up to Phil after making the putt and says, and this is a quote, "There's nothing like being a father," end quote. To Phil, who had just become a new father in 1998, I want to say. So he's still a young new father, and Payne Stewart says that, and then of course he tragically died in that plane accident a few months later. So yes, the aura and the prestige of Father's Day being the end of the U.S. Open has been here since 1965. So, yeah, and I still remember Jim Furyk scooping up his daughter after he won in 03 at Olympia Fields. So yeah, it's insane. I love it. But yeah, that's always the good one too. I'm a big fan of Father's Day and how the U.S. Open always finishes on Father's Day. I feel like it's always great reaction from the kids too. So another reason to love Adam Scott. So,
And I will say that if he does pull off the win today, it will set the new record for the longest gap between wins at 11 years, because it's been 11
wow.
years since he won his last Open. It will beat the record of Ben Crenshaw, and he will be the seventh player to win a U.S. Open and the first to do it after 40 since Phil Mickelson did it. So
Love
there's
that.
a lot of history
Love
that
all
could be
that.
involved if he wins today too. So
yeah,
I mean,
he's
they
trying
got
to turn back the clock.
Rob, you're riding, are you not?
Yes, I already bet it.
oh, everybody's riding. Everybody's on it. I need Adam Scott to win. I need Victor Hovland to finish in the top 10, and I'm a happy man.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this.
Both
We
of
can
my
do
US
this.
Open bets.
We can
Be
do
massive.
this.
Would
We
be
can
huge.
do this.
You can absolutely do
I'm
this.
putting that bet in right now.
Do it. Do the Victor Hovland top 10?
Yep. Hovland
right.
top 10 and Scott winner right now.
Yeah. Can you parlay that? Is
I
that
can.
parlayable?
Oh yeah.
I tried to parlay. I tried to parlay it today and it wouldn't let me. I could do it before the tournament, but I don't think during the tournament it lets me.
Yeah, it won't let me same game parlay that. I wish.
I can same game it if it's before the tournament, just not during.
Huh.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh
it'll
yeah.
let you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, because I did. Okay. Let me share the one that I did do. I did
there
do
it is.
this.
I bet it.
I did do this morning. I did Spawn top 5, Hovland top 5, Scheffler top 5, and Adam Scott to win. I did that this morning, so it's probably because they already teed off, right?
No, they haven't
Yeah, I
teed
think
off yet. None of the big guys have teed off yet. I think it's just
Yeah, I don't-
because
But it has the
you gotta make
tournament
it
teed
early.
off.
Yeah. The tournament has started.
Yeah. So that then they shut it down. Yeah.
Okay, so like anybody in the tournament, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that at 22.99. Damn. Okay. Well, that's okay.
The bet I made before the tournament was so bad that none of them made the cut, so that's fun.
Yeah. Did Brooks not make the cut? Is that
Brooks
why?
didn't make. I don't think Brooks made the cut. I don't think.
Rory and DeChambeau didn't. I know that.
Yeah.
Well, I saw Rory break freaking the tee.
The tee
thing.
marker on
Yeah.
17. Yeah,
Could
that
have
was
been
rough.
disqualified right then and there. I would have
yeah.
kicked him off. I would have kicked him off my course if he did that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think he was
I
just
don't know.
slamming it down. I don't think he meant to hit the marker, and then all of a sudden he hit the marker, and he's like, "Well, it's cool because I don't need this driver past the next hole anyway." So
So,
He was just doing it as a preview to the Happy Gilmore movie coming out in a couple of weeks. That's all.
there you go. Yes,
also true.
Great.
Free publicity there.
Viral
No free ads,
marketing.
but-
Yeah.
That's right.
Love that. Yeah.
No free
Love
ads,
that.
but I'm with you
Shout
there.
out
All
Happy
right,
Gilmore. Yeah.
let's get into it because it's green, it's soft, it's plushy. It is the tabletop. Bam.
I went the wrong way,
And
but it was still
poolside.
easy.
You are first today.
Yeah. All right. I'll go. I'm gonna go bottom up. Max Fried. I do have this, and I was in the chat, and just not to pat myself on the back, but I did pretty good with some performance doubles yesterday that I did not share, so I don't have them on my records. I accept being captain under units for now, but it was more streamlined. It was like the guys that I trust to get those strikeouts. Like it was Sanchez strikeouts was one of them, and Phillies money line, among other things. But so I'm kind of going a little bit of a mix of those, and I'm getting a little risky. So just because I do want to try and recoup some units, so I'll start with Max Fried, 7+ Ks. As you see, all of my bets are plus money. It's strictly because he's a Cy Young candidate. I also have him as a Cy Young candidate. Oh, as I shared on social media that I found out that I had the Panthers plus 800 that I bet in April, and then I had the Pacers plus 600 that I bet in May, and I totally forgot I even made those bets. So that's like kind of one of these bets here with Fried is it's like plus 115, 7 Ks. He is the guy. He is the cog in that Yankee. He's the stopper, and I think the Yankees need. They're all complaining. We've seen our guy Tommy Stats getting in the weeds with talking about Yankee fans and whatnot. But I think today is the day. And the reason why I didn't put the Yankees money line is because it is in Boston. So I'm just going to root for the strikeouts. Next, CJ, maybe you can add a little sauce on this. Wheeler 7 Ks in the Phillies money line.
I mean they're going for the sweep, and that way they would win the season series versus Toronto, which with how good Toronto's been playing as of late, might be a sneaky possible World Series option there with Toronto and Philly. It's possible. I'm not saying it is going to happen. It would be a rematch, to be clear. I mean, I wouldn't hate it. but
From
it
when?
has been, huh?
From what, like 1990 something?
Uh, 93, right? Wasn't that
Well,
the World
Joe
Series?
Carter. Was that Joe
Yeah,
Carter? Yeah. All
I
right.
want to say,
I,
yeah,
uh,
I want to say that's right.
I forgot that was the
Um,
Phillies.
I want to say that's right.
Because the Blue Jays won back to back.
Yeah, 93. Yeah, 93. I'm not
Yeah.
going nuts. I'm telling you, baseball trivia
I know.
coming.
That's why. Yeah.
I was about to say, I was like, I could have sworn it was a
Joe
rematch, man.
Carter. Joe Carter.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
alive for it. So, yeah, be a
I
rematch
was
of
1 years old.
'93. Touch them all, Joe. That is Blue Jays versus Phillies. So yeah,
But
it'd be a rematch right
but
before the strike. So.
Wheeler's just been a guy that I've been on all year. Seven
Mhm.
was what 7 by itself is plus money. I believe, or actually no, I think it was minus money. And then obviously I just took the Phillies for the sweep. So I'm just relying on him to continue his potential Cy Young type season, and go there. Speaking of, it's not going to happen, but Mackenzie Gore, just who has come out as clearly somebody who's going to get paid in a couple of years.
Mhm.
And I went the Nationals money line. I was gonna just do the strikeouts, but the Nationals are on a pretty decent losing streak, I believe, 7, 8 games. I think it's either 7 or 8. Um, so similar to the Freed logic, give me a stopper. Give me another stopper. Mackenzie Gore, the stopper. 8. If he gets 8 strikeouts, the Nationals win this game. That's what I got there. I don't know if you guys saw what I had shared with Wilson Contreras yesterday, which was just awesome. I love that man so much. So I'll just really quickly. There's a play at first base. Don't know the name of the Brewers guy. Uh, I don't know. It wasn't on purpose, but Wilson Contreras, a new first baseman, he makes the out, catches the out, and then he did take like a strange step back, and the runner who was trying to beat the throw out collided with him at first base. The Brewers did not appreciate that, specifically Rhys Hoskins, who apparently was very vocal from the Brewers dugout
Mhm.
towards Wilson Contreras. Um, the next inning, or the next time Wilson was up, Wilson Contreras, and for those that are not aware, his brother William is the catcher for the Milwaukee Brewers. Um, the next time Wilson Contreras was up to bat, he got drilled, and it was right, upper midsection in the arm. And in very Wilson Contreras fashion, he started to go towards first base, but then ran back to the ball and picked up the ball and gave it to also former Cardinal Jose Quintana, and patted him on the back as he went to first base. It was a very strange but awesome visual. He started to go to first base. He turns around, grabs the ball that just hit him, and gave it to the pitcher and patted him on the back. It was awesome. Later in the game, and so now Wilson is on first base, who Rhys Hoskins plays first base, and Wilson was very much ready for the the talk that he was getting from Rhys Hoskins from the dugout, but Rhys was not interested in saying anything to Wilson while he was on first base. Later in the game, Wilson hits a home run in the ninth inning to insurance run. Cardinals win. And if you watch it, he stares down the Brewers dugout like in a unbelievable fashion. as he's rounding the bases. Takes 30 seconds to round the bases. Stares down the Brewers bullpen. And the quotes after the game from Wilson about an unnamed player that he won't name that wouldn't talk to his face but would do it from the dugout. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. He's fired up. He's trying to fire up the Cardinals. Unbelievable sequence of events. Go watch the clips if you can find them. It's
So
unreal. It's so good, and I could not get any more of
I
it.
want to point out the reason why Hoskins chirped from the dugout and chirped about the whole thing and why it was a problem is because Hoskins has himself lost playing time due to being run over at first base. He had an ankle injury based on that. So that's the reason why he chirped. Then after Contreras gets plunked, it's over at that point. There's no need to talk about it at that point because it's over. I understand the reason, but like after that, after you get plunked, after the guy gets plunked, it's even. It's eye for an eye in that situation. It's old school baseball. It should just be ended. Should end at that point.
Love it. I
get the stare down. I'm fine with that. I'm just giving you the context of the reason why Rhys Hoskins was chirping because you run over a guy at first base. Like
they didn't run him over. He didn't run him over.
The basis of the principle was the fact that he got hit.
No. There was another player on the Brewers who was running to first base and collided with Wilson.
I heard that the opposite way. I heard it the opposite way.
Yeah,
okay,
Wilson caught the ball at first base as the first baseman, and the runner hit him, and then Hoskins from the dugout was chirping at Wilson.
Why would he be chirping at Wilson? That makes no sense. There's no reason to chirp at him. If the Brewer guy ran into Wilson, who was at first base,
yes.
Did Wilson stand on the bag? Did Wilson do what?
Again, like as a new first baseman, he probably had a little bit of a footwork problem and like kind of backed up a little bit and didn't know that the guy was there. Was like it was a bang play, you know, like, and it just like the guy was fine. The Brewers guy was fine. Like again, I implore anybody to go watch the videos because. Like Wilson was like, he couldn't believe that he was like getting chirped at. He's like, "What? I didn't like the guy's fine. Like I didn't do anything wrong." And then, again, Wilson was the guy catching it.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at the video and I will give you my unbiased.
And then when Wilson gets hit, like I said, he goes and runs and grabs the ball and gives it back to the pitcher.
Yeah, he's saying, okay, it's an eye for an eye. That's my part. It's an eye for an eye at that point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Wilson knew it was coming.
Sorry. No. I literally just watched the video. That's bad. That's Contreras is bad all day. That's Bush League. That's actually bad on Contreras. He deserved to get hit, and then and Rhys Hoskins chirping, that's right. No. No, Hoskins is well within his rights to say what he said because
why
you can't back up into the baseline like that. We're showing it. It's bad. It's a bad look.
It's not a bad look.
Sir, it's a bad look.
It's not a bad look.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but like that's not a good look. That's not a good look. We're gonna show it here. I got 13 seconds.
This was not intentional.
What I'm saying is you as a first baseman have to catch it and move out into field.
He's a new first baseman. It's his first year.
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
I got the video. We're going to show
it. Matters.
This is not a good look. All right, here we go. Ground ball to third base. Nolan grabs it, throws it. He's got the out, and he steps into the – that's a bad look.
He didn't. No, he didn't.
Please watch this again.
No, he did not – if you're saying that he intentionally tried to hurt that guy, that's crazy.
No, but he, as a first baseman, needs to know you cannot back up the way he just did.
Yeah, and it's his first year as a first baseman.
It does not matter.
He made a mistake.
how many? That's a bad look, my guy. And the
He
fact
made
that
a
he walks
mistake.
away and doesn't instantly go to him and be like, "Hey, this way." I'm firmly in on Reese Hoskins. I am in on Reese Hoskins chirping.
No.
And then once Contreras gets hit, Hoskins just doesn't want to talk to him. I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that situation.
That's fine.
Because
That's fine.
that's a bad look from Contreras.
He made a mistake.
I'm sorry.
He made a mistake. He made a mistake.
Okay, you can't make that mistake as a first baseman. You cannot. That is
He
the
made a
one
mistake.
cardinal rule. You catch the ball and go into the field. You do not catch the ball and back up.
He made a mistake. He made a mistake. He's human.
You're a major league first baseman.
His first year.
Made 3 months in?
Yeah.
You know who never did that as a major league first baseman his first year? Scott Hatteberg. Never did it. You've got to know. I don't care. You've got to know you can't go that way. That's bad. That's how people get hurt. That's how people get hurt.
But he didn't get hurt.
I understand that. But what if he does get hurt? What's your opinion?
Reese Hoskins is a little B word, is my opinion.
No, because
I can't wait
by doing the right thing at first base.
I cannot wait for today when everything's probably going to go.
Bad look by Contreras. That's on Contreras.
Here's the point that I think CJ is trying to make. If you worked at a factory and another employee did something they weren't supposed to do and put your life at risk, even if you didn't get hurt, would that not piss you off? Would you not have a right to say something about that?
You have every right, but that's not this is apples and oranges.
It's the same thing.
Yes, it is.
Him staying in the line is putting that guy's career at risk by possibly causing injury. Just because it didn't happen doesn't mean it can't happen.
He's a professional athlete. He didn't
He's a professional athlete. He made a Bush League high school mistake. He made a high school mistake, Pat. That's trash.
Whoa.
That's a bad look. That's all on Contreras. And the fact that Contreras stared down the Brewers dugout after it was over is crap. I'm also on record that Bryce Harper staring at Acuna probably shouldn't have done it, even though he, or not Acuna, Albies probably shouldn't have done it, but whatever. Like, that one was just a stare down because he called him out and called him Bush League. But that is like physical Bush League, let alone verbal Bush League. That's bad.
Right.
That's bad look by Contreras. That's on Contreras.
Okay. Sounds good.
I do agree it was a mistake. We're just saying that it's a mistake that could have caused injury.
Go ahead.
Can't make that mistake as a big
deal. I'm done.
Go ahead, Rob.
All right, so we got Mackenzie Gore, 7+ strikeouts. He hit this in 6 of his last 7. He's been striking out the world. The only miss was the last game where he got 6. I got Zach Wheeler, 6+ strikeouts. He's hit this in 9 straight. He's been pretty automatic on 6 strikeouts. Grant Holmes, 6+ strikeouts. He's hit this 3 of the last 4. The Rockies just struck out 19 times yesterday. If he stays in the game 5 innings, he's getting 6 strikeouts, no problem. Our bullpen, who's not good, had 6 strikeouts yesterday, or 6 or 7 strikeouts. I mean, it's kind of wild to think how bad the Rockies hitters actually are.
Trash. Absolutely.
Acuna, 1+ hit. Got 18 hits over his last 12 games, and he's got 5 hits and 7 at-bats in this series. Like, he's just hitting everything that they put in front of him. He's been hitting everything anybody's put in front of him, really, to be completely honest with you. And then Riley, 16 hits over 1+ hit. He's got 16 hits over his last 12 games. He's got 3 hits in the series. He's got a hit in both games of this series. I'm going to put this. I'm going to say something for my last call, but I want to read this stat because it's kind of crazy to me. In the lifetime of Riley versus the Rockies, 37 hits, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs in 28 games. Acuna, 34 hits, 6 home runs, 17 RBIs in 25 games. Both of them almost hit close to 400 and pretty much own the Rockies' lifetime. They've proved that in this series. I don't see a chance that they don't get at least a hit today. And I'll later I'm gonna push it even further. But I got this at plus 369. I rode hard the Phillies yesterday. They let me down, so hopefully the Braves don't let me down today. But, it is what it is. Sometimes they just have bad days, and they're allowed. They got the win anyway, so good for them.
Yeah, listen, I agree with you. I think the Braves should have a monster game today versus the Rockies. Everybody that plays the Rockies should have a monster game. And I also
That's
agree
fair.
with you that the Phillies bat did not show up because even though they got the win in the fourth inning, they got 2 runs with 0 hits. And
They sure did.
What?
That's why the whole time I'm like, just get a hit. What is wrong with you guys?
Can we get some shrimp, some steaks on the Barbie, please? Outside of literally a walk and a beamed batter with the bases loaded, scored 2 runs. It was unreal. Ball never left the infield, basically, and they got 2 runs out of it. Craziness. Love it. But hey, I mean, my apologies that my Phillies did not come through for you.
It's all good.
They might come through today. As I said that I was not going to bet the Phillies money line until the calendar turned to July. And that is true. I'm actually betting the Phillies minus 1.5 today. I'm taking Wheeler 6+ Ks and the Phillies minus 1.5. I wanted a little extra juice and I wanted to lower Wheeler strikeouts down just because the Blue Jays don't strike out. They have the lowest strikeout rate in the bigs. So, but I think Wheeler's still good for 6 because he is always good for a K per 9, and I think he'll at least get 6 innings. Last call, if you want to take Wheeler's over in outs recorded, I want to say it's 17.5 is the line, so that would be him getting 2 outs in the 6th inning at least. So if you want to take that, that's a last call thing, not on the tabletop, but a last call if you want to take that one as well. Lindor 2+ total bases and the Mets money line. Listen, Lindor's been on fire. Muy fuego, Mr. Lindor. So go ahead and take Lindor 2+ total bases and the Mets to get the win today. I feel like that's just easy money in my head. And then last, give me Grant Holmes 7+ Ks and the Braves minus 1.5. Again, we're going off of the stat that the Rockies, of their like 46 losses this year, only 12 of them come by 1 run. So it's like it's almost a guarantee that the Braves are going to win by 2. And so you're getting a little extra juice and Holmes 7+ Ks. I feel like it's easy money there. So go ahead and take your Holmes 7+ Ks and take your Braves minus 1.5. Makes all the sense in the world. I also have Rob's parlay bet too. I'd love to say I got it at the number he got it, but I did not. So he must have bet that thing early before people were jumping on some stuff because that is big stuff there. But yeah, that is the bets for today. What does everybody have as a last call?
All right, riding off of what I just said about the Braves, I'm going performance triple. I'm going Braves money line. I'm going Austin Riley 2+ total bases, Ronald Acuna 2+ total bases, and I'm getting in at plus 208. Like I said, Riley 37 hits, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs in 28 games. Acuna 34 hits, 6 home runs, 17 RBIs in 25 games against the Rockies. They own the Rockies. Acuna's got multiple hits in every game for the last like 5 games. Like he doesn't even need to get doubles. He just gets it there and hits. And then Riley has been hitting very, very well. He's not getting it out of the ballpark as much as he was in the beginning of the season, but he is still hitting for decent power and he's getting a ton of hits. And the Rockies pitchers just love to give up big hits anyway. So I might on my own throw in a home run for each of these guys too, to be honest, but I'm not gonna put that out there. I'm just gonna do that privately and hope it hits.
Dig it. Pat, you got any last calls?
No, I mean it's not really. I mean we've talked about it, but I'm really just rooting for Adam Scott, man. Like I really need a win. I need a big win with the plus 1800. That would really really help going forward as we're gonna see in a second. Definitely been struggling this month, but yeah, I mean just I just root for all the dads who are gonna sit and nap and watch the U.S. Open and have some fun and baseball or U.S. Open, whatever you're gonna do. And let's go Adam Scott. That's pretty much what I got.
Before today, I wasn't rooting for Adam Scott, but now I am.
Let's go.
I do want to throw this out there. Do you know how many perfect games there have been in Major League Baseball history?
18.
How many?
18? 19?
I'm gonna go 22.
23.
It's 24. 24 perfect games in Major League Baseball history.
Yeah, we're doing this next week.
I understand that, but let me.
No. Are we? I'm asking.
We are. Yeah. We're. Okay. I believe so. Rob, I'm gonna tell you where
somebody
you
has to.
questions.
Yeah,
Rob's gonna do it. And
yeah,
Rob,
I got you.
Yeah, and I'll
Rob,
just lose back to
come on.
back, and then you guys won't see me.
How-
You guys
All
just
right, so
won't
then
see. You won't see me for. You won't
this,
see me. I'll be gone.
this
Like
is
it's over.
this is the question on it here. There have been 2 total perfect games on one on Mother's Day and one on Father's
Well,
Day.
Dallas Braden.
Dallas Braden is Mother's Day. Can you name the pitcher that threw the perfect game on Father's Day?
Nolan Ryan.
No. I will say he's a Philly.
That's a
That's the
good
reason why I
guess.
know it.
Oh wow. Was it
I can give you the year. I think it's
yeah?
60.
Give us. 60s.
Yeah, it's in the 60s.
Oh jeez, I have no idea.
64 versus the Mets.
60s.
Phillies
Tom
v
Seaver.
Mets. No, because it was Philly. Seaver was at the time.
All right. Am I allowed to Google 60s Phillies pitchers?
You can.
Was Seaver not a Philly at some point?
I don't think during the time frame that I'm looking for. I'm looking that up now.
All right. Okay, of these 60s Phillies pitchers, there's really only one that stands out to me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm gonna go.
This can't be a one of the questions.
Oh, it won't be a trivia question. It won't be. I mean, maybe, might be.
I've actually heard of this dude. Is the only reason I'm saying it. Jim Bunning.
Yeah, that's correct. The correct answer is Jim Bunning.
That's the only name on this list that I've really even heard of.
Did he have one arm?
And no, Seaver was never a Philly. He was always a Met. He was a Red, and then he was a White Sox and then a Red Sox.
Oh, wasn't it an Expo?
No, I'm not seeing any Expo, according to Baseball Reference. But yeah,
Seaver,
I always knew him as a
was.
Met. Seaver had his perfect game with the Mets, and I want to say he had it in '72.
Wait, so you said those are the only 2 guys that had 2?
No. Those are the only 2 perfect games that have happened on like a Mother's Day or a Father's Day.
Oh yeah. I knew Dallas. I knew Dallas Braden. Yeah.
Yep, and then Jim Bunning on Father's Day. There's the only 2, quote unquote.
That's a good one.
Like,
that's a good one.
Day.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm actually looking up. I'm now questioning whether I remembered Tom Seaver's perfect game correctly or not.
He had a perfect game, right? He had to.
He had a near perfect game. He lost it in the 9th versus your Cardinals.
I saw. Oh, let me find this. Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. But I saw this this graphic of the most unbreakable stats. Oh man, I wish I could. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. Damn, it was like. Oh, here it is. Oh no, that was Nolan Ryan. Damn. No. I'll have to find this. We don't have time for this, but there was a unbreakable records thing that I saw not too long ago. I wish I had saved it. Actually, maybe I did save it. Hold on.
The last perfect game I remember actually watching was Roy Halladay's.
Yep, I watched every pitch.
That was a perfect game, right?
Yeah,
that was the last. That's the last one that I remember.
And then he threw a no hitter in
the playoffs. His first playoff performance through a no hitter. He gave up 1 walk, and the closing out was a little dribbler in front of the plate. I think it was Phillips. Hit a little dribbler in front of the plate. The bat actually hit the ball. Carlos Ruiz had to jump over the bat, grab the ball, and throw it to first and barely get Phillips. And Phillips was a quick runner. I know he wasn't as quick as when he was younger in his career, but he's still quick. So, yeah, that was good. I think my favorite perfect game that I ever watched was Matt Cain's perfect game.
Oh yeah, Giants.
Because it contained the play, which
I'll
was
find it. I'll find it eventually.
Full extension diving grab in right center on the warning track.
Well, I mean, I could just, even though this is not the stats that I wanted, but let me just read these off to you and you guys real quick, and then you guys can say how unbreakable they are. You ready?
Go ahead.
Cy Young, 749 complete games.
Yeah, nobody will touch that because nobody throws perfectos anymore.
Wilt, 58.4 points per game.
Won't happen because there's too many good players now, and they just shut you down.
Gretzky,
the boxing one got invented.
Gretzky.
Yeah, Gretzky's The total
points
point.
and assists. Yeah.
Yeah, his
Neither
assists will
one of
never
them.
get touched either. Well, his assists might get touched, but I don't think both will. I think his total points will never even be a thought. But I think there are some people that, like, if you get some prolific scorers, that one guy's always running it in the power play. Some assists.
Gretzky is at 1,963 assists.
Yeah, I'm not I'm saying that someone could possibly get close to the assists. Nobody will ever get close to the points.
And then
because he did both.
And then UCLA 7 straight titles. That'll never happen.
Yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen again.
And just for baseball, I got 3. Actually, yeah, I got 3. Will anybody hit Pete Rose's hits? I mean, Ichiro did, but obviously it was it wasn't some.
Yeah, because he did some in Japan. I think possibly that's possible. I don't think in my lifetime, but I think it's possible.
And then Joe D.
The 56 straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will do that.
Yeah. I mean, those are good conversations to have, though.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to hear more of our unbreakable records, make sure you check out, I think it was like 4 podcast episodes ago when we went through all the unbreakable records that we feel for each person. So definitely check that out.
Speaking of perfect games, I have a question. I have a question before we go for both of you. If Felix Hernandez had not have opted out in the COVID year, would he be in the Hall of Fame?
Ooh.
Yes. He should be in the Hall.
I think he should be in the Hall of Fame regardless.
I think him opting out left his resume kind of on the low side.
He should be in the Hall of Fame anyway.
I think he has enough, but I think if he pitches that year, I think it puts him over the top in these obviously crazy voters' minds because
he was one of the best pitchers we've ever seen.
Oh,
I will say this: he is already technically in the Hall of Fame because he has a perfecto.
That's fair.
That's true.
That's fair.
So he's
his WAR was somewhere around almost 50.
But like you guys can attest to this, his talent he might have been one of the most talented pitchers that we have ever seen.
He made the Mariners relevant when they really weren't that relevant.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right, yeah. Let's hurry up so we don't have to have this graphic up too long.
I mean, I can remove it, but then I'll put it right back up.
No, I mean this is bullshit.
All right, let's get done with this thing so we can wrap it up and all the fathers can go enjoy their Father's Day fun. Thank you again for joining in here at Just the Bet Slips, where we promise you one thing and one thing only. That is to bring you the hot tips to help your bet slips. All right, everybody, have a good one. Responsibly go and chase that bag. We will catch you tomorrow. Later.
That is ugly, and I promise to be better.